Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dali, StamprGrl, and today I'm going to be working with the KCC8 card challenge, which is Kendra's card challenge number 8. What she does is she has this really cool every 2 months she puts out this collection where she use 6 pieces of 6x6 and you cut them out following her measurements. Um, Here's an example of what it looks like. This is black and white, but she has it all nice in color. And she tells you like paper 5, you're going to cut it this way. And she tells you where do you do the first cut by this little tiny scissor and do that cut. And then you start doing the rest of the cuts. Just a heads up, when you start cutting these diagonals, this first number 1.5. So it's a 1.5 mark. And then it's not at the mark 2. It's like from this to here is 2 inches. And from here to here is 1.5 inch. Same thing. The other trick that I'm going to give you for these diagonals, once you cut everything but the diagonals, these two sides, these two pieces are going to be the same size. Tape them with a little bit of washi or some low tack tape. Tape them together and then do the diagonals. Why? Because you're going to use those diagonals to create the cards. Let me show you. So right here, an EMF, right here. And that way they will match perfectly if you take those two together and then just do the cuts, okay? So I already started doing some of my cards, and I'll show you what I have right now. And then we'll do a few together, okay? So I'm going to bring back my paper. For sketch 1, and some of the sketches, I left them exactly the same. Some of the sketches, I changed them a little bit, which is great. In addition, she color codes everything. So A is for paper A, and then anything that is gray or white is something that you're going to add to the card. The same for black, and I think she used purple, and not this periwinkle, but maybe in the next one, yeah. This little banners, those are scraps that you can use from when you cut, or you're gonna have to use some of your staff, which is great. Okay, so let's start with sketch 1 right here. Or for sketch 1, oh, another tip before I start is try doing 2 sets of cards, because I know it sounds like a lot, but once you have them all cut off, once you do 1 card, the second one, it's going to come so much easier. And then you end up with 2 piles of cards. In this case, if you follow all the instructions, you're going to end up with 17 cards. If you cut 2 sets, then you end up with 34 cards. Isn't that amazing? Okay, for number 1, we have this one right here where you have any shape of 2 inches and then a few pieces of scrap and pattern paper for A. So I got this one for my first cut and this one for my second cut, which is a different paperback. I wanted to use a baby, actually it's a baby boy paperback, but I wanted to use it for everything but baby cards. Okay, so let's see how I'm going to do it. So this is sketch number 1. Sketch number 2 has a rectangular shape with some matting and a little bit of paper C and a little bit of paper A, for which I created for my first set this flower, and it says blessings and joy, very sparkly. And then for my second card, I actually, see, this is the sketch we're doing. I actually rotated the sketch. That's right there. Rotated the sketch, and you have your arms is the best place to be. This could be a miss you, a thank you, anything. Okay. And this stamp set, well, I should have mentioned that. For my card number 1, this stamp, this blessing sent to you is from Artful Angel. Thanksgiving sentiments, this happy birthday, and the monkey. I think it's a really, really old Stampin' Up. In this case, the blessings and joy. I believe that might be Artful Angel too, the same set. And I just cut part of it to stamp it. And then your arms is the place to be. And this little gnome gal is from Crafting Kimi. Okay. Then sketch number 3 right here. You have rectangle and an oval shape. So for the first one, I decided to go, I didn't use a rectangle, but sorry, an oval. I went for a funky square and 2 images, poinsettias. I believe that might be Stampendas. Maybe it's Hero Arts. I can't quite remember. I just added a little bit of gold here to go with the gold in here. And I may actually add a few of the same bling that I added here, the gold bling, into this card. Okay. And then my other one, I follow it to the T, and I did the oval. And this stamp set, I believe, is La La Land Craft. And it's watercolor and then color pencils. Okay. So that is sketch 3. Sketch 4 is right here with the green and the banner. And I have my first one and my second card. My first card is with Art Impressions stamp, the koala. And the second one is a pretty old stamp. I can't remember the brand. I don't even know if I have the brand, the packaging, the original, and a little bit of stamp by Judy. These are super fun, funky stamps that when you stamp, they look like stitching. Isn't it cool? Okay, that is sketch 4. For sketch 5, you have the 3 stripes. And it has like a banner across and an image. I ended up putting my my image here, and the banner I ended up using a tag. So a little bit of a change in there. That is for sketch 5. And then sketch 5 again here. I got the 3 banners. This time, instead of putting them together, butting them together, I make the mat a little bit bigger, and I left some space around it so you can see the mat. And then I added that cute little penguin. I'm not sure whose stamp is this. I like it. I'll look for it. I'll put it in my description, okay? And this little guy might be either Bluebird. It might be Bluebird. I think it is Bluebird. Okay. So for sketch number 6, I got a square with paper C and then a strip of paper B. And the one is here. Square on my strip. And then in any shape here, I ended up using these things. It's a robin. And you'll see it on the few next cards. I need a few thank you cards. And I may add some bling to this. Same here. I used an embossing plate. And then I used my gel pen to color the stars. So look at just a little bit of a difference. And then added a ribbon. So instead of putting the image, the shape up here in the top corner, I put it in the center. And then for sketch number 7, we have the 2 squares and a little bit of a strip here and a strip here. And that is what you have here for card 2, and then card 1, I moved a tiny bit strip in the middle so it looks a little bit different. And my sentiment up here. Right. Now, I've been working on my sketch number 8, which is this one with the papers C, D, and E. And I already started working on those, and let me show you. So what I usually do is I fold it so I have more space. And it tells you what are the pieces that you're going to use. Let me bring mine. Move my stash of cards that are done. So here's the card that I have finished. That is the Just For You. I moved the central focal image a little bit down and to the right. I added a little tag to enjoy, a piece of ribbon, big sentiment from maybe out near. I'll check. Right corner the side, and that one is done. And then I already put my triangles together. In this case, I put the triangles on just like Kendra posted here on top of the mat, like this. This time I decided to just cut a piece so I could glue them to here, but that you can see the blue on the background through. And then I am going to post this on top of the piece of the layer that Kendra said. There it is. And I have a bunch of cards that are just ready to go. Empty cards. So this is the way this is going to be. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, this seems a little bit too plain. So I brought a little bit of gold mirror cardstock. And I'm going to cut a bit of gold right there. Glue this down. And I have a sentiment to put in the middle that says, can't thank you enough. So let's measure this guy. It is 2 3/4. So it's going to be in the 3 by, this is 3.5, 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 3. 3 by 3 3/4. And that's what I'm going to cut out from my mirror. Okay. I'm going to do. And of course, I cut the wrong side. Okay. Okay. I do this so many times. Like I cut way too fast and I can't seem to understand that I need to slow things down. So this needed to be the side that I cut it at 3 3/4. So I am going to just cut and I'm going to butt them together. Nobody will notice. Okay. 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 Use a little bit of my AC. I do this all the time. That's okay to have some errors. Just so you know that everyone has them. Okay? Don't fret. Seriously, like, don't fret. Okay. You can barely tell. Put it in the bottom. That's fine. Oh, I forgot to do the other cut. So this is 3 3/4. So this is going to be 3. Okay. See? Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. Don't worry. There we had a boo-boo. Boo-boos happen. It's just, don't fret, don't freak out, don't throw anything away. Well, sometimes we need to throw anything away, but not a project. Just work with it. Make it work. Okay? Okay. Seems to be right out of it off. Okay. Okay. There it is. Look how much better that gold looks there. Right? Okay, I'm gonna pull this. The only thing that I am gonna pop is the sentiment. Okay. A little scraping here. Turn it over. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. Okay. And my sentiment's gonna go there. A little bit of foam tape. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it right there in the middle. Sorry about the dog. My husband came home. I feel like this could be used a little bit more. So I have these little tiny flowers. I'm thinking maybe I could put them here. Okay. I like that. Cool. One. Two. We're gonna put this one at an angle right here. Ready. There you go. And that is our second card for sketch 8. So we have both of the cards. Okay. Okay, for sketch 9. For sketch 9, we're going to be looking for paper D. And we need our base. And we're going to need paper D. So when I put my papers away, when I cut them, I just put them inside an envelope. When I label them, you could do zip-offs, you could do, I see people use like recipe purses, and there are recipe containers. That's cool. Okay, so I need the big. So it's gonna be one like this. And then my other one is going to be okay. 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 I may have cut this one incorrectly, maybe. I think I need to cut one more out of this guy. Yep. So let me show you. I'm going to go back. My D should look like this. This piece, right? And in this case, let's see what I have here. I have it. Right there. Okay, I got it. I didn't see this piece. Okay. So I'm going to put everything else away. I'm going to take the middle piece, put all these away. I'm putting them back into envelope. I'm going to grab another card. Okay. Okay. That's going to be like this. And this one is going to be or upside down. The good thing is that if you had like double-sided paper, if you use double-sided paper, the great news about this is that you get to choose which side. Unfortunately, for this case, I do not have. I do for this, which is this really funky flower stripe. I really like that green. Don't ask me why, but that little tick mark in pencil that you can probably not see is driving me crazy. Okay, much better. Okay. So there's two things you can do here. You can go this like this, and it's perfectly fine. That would be, and then put the shape here. Okay. Or you can do a mat for this whole thing that is going to be 4 by 5. I have it somewhere. It's the same mat as almost all of them. 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. And then mount this on top of it, which is what I think I'm going to do, especially with this one because it has so much white on top of it. And I have this green. Let's see how good this green looks with this. A little bit off. It's not the perfect green. Let's see. Do I like it? Do I not like it? I don't know how I feel about it. That's exactly where I am. I am in the I don't know how I feel about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my scraps. I'm going to see if any of my scraps could be used to make the piece that I am missing. Okay. I might be able to get it out of that one, which would be really cool. Let's see if I have enough space. So how do I do it? Well, the easiest way is go back to my envelope, get the part that the missing part, and we're gonna put it here, and we are going to trace it. is off by the slightest bit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to trace it. And after I trace it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a sliver on each side. There you go. I'm going to take a sliver on each side, like maybe 32nd of an inch. Okay. 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 I hope you can see that I'm matching the lines right here. Okay. Okay. This right here. Okay. Okay. Go back to my card. I have this guy here. I have this guy here. Right? And I am going to have the metal. And I am just going to trim the slightest. See, here's where I'm not meeting. Okay. The other thing that you could do actually is you can tape all these in the back. You know what? That might be easier. Let's start taking a little bit here, a little bit there. So I'm going to Where's my other card? This is sketch 8. Let me show you. I'm sorry, 9. This one. They're my 2 cards. A little bit different, but they're all following the same idea. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here and I'll come back with video 2 for sketch 10, 11, and then probably 13 or 14. And I'm gonna leave 12 for the rest, for 12 and then 14 to 17. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you like my channel, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. Thank you.